Well, as you may have seen the banner in the back as you walk in, it says, "Experience God, reach for something more." This is the series that we're going through on Saturday nights, and you get just a little taste of it here on Sunday morning. If you want to look back and continue following the series, even if you can't make it on Saturdays, you can watch the sermons online as well. Reach for something more. This week, my son was born. My son, Aric. And it was a wonderful experience, although it wasn't exactly what we expected. We had hoped to have natural childbirth, to wait until the time was just right and go to the hospital and have everything happen really quickly and really well. But we went to our appointment last week and my wife had high blood pressure, so she had to be induced. Now I must say that we didn't make it 18 hours without having to use an epidural, but baby was upside down and couldn't make it through the birth canal, so we had to have a C-section. But we have a beautiful baby boy as a result. It wasn't what we expected, but it's what we got. God's plans are great for us, and God asked certain things of us and of the people of Israel, and in Numbers chapter 27, he asked some very specific things of the people of Israel. Let's look in the passage beginning at verse 12. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go up this mountain in the Abiram range and see the land I have given the Israelites. After you have seen it, you too will be gathered to your people as your brother Aaron was. For when the community rebelled at the waters in the desert of Zin, both of you disobeyed my command to honor me as holy before their eyes." Now last week I referred to this passage of this time when they came up to the water. See, it was a frustration that Moses had with the people, that they kept grumbling and grumbling and grumbling and saying, "We have no water, why? Let's just go back to Egypt." And Aaron and Moses got more frustrated, and God said, "Speak to the rock, and it'll bring out water." But Moses, in his frustration, he knew that one time before he struck the rock, and once again he said, "Okay, you people, here's your water." And God said, "It's not what I said to do. It's now how I commanded you to do it." Reach for something more. Reach for the commands that God gives and honoring him completely, trusting in him, not in devices, not in methodology, but in who he is. And so because of this messing up, the baton had to be passed. Whether Moses wanted to or not, he had to pass on leadership because the time had come to pass it on, and he was told, "You cannot come into the land. You must die." Moses said to the Lord, "May the Lord, the God of the spirits of all mankind, appoint a man over this community to go out and come in before them, one who will lead them out and bring them in, so the Lord's people will not be like sheep without a shepherd." Now here, Moses is giving that hope for who the people of Israel should have to lead them. And part of what this leads to is who the people of Israel were looking for in the Christ. The Pharisees were speaking to Jesus and asking him about that. "Are you the Christ? Tell us plainly." But Jesus said, "My sheep hear my voice and they know me." This is a hope for the Christ that is to come, and it's also what the people of Israel needed at the time. Somebody to help lead them. Somebody to guide and to continue to be with them. Joshua, the Lord says, "Take Joshua, son of Nun, a man in whom is spirit, and lay your hand on him. Have him stand before Eleazar the priest and the entire assembly and commission him in their presence. Give him some of your authority so the whole Israelite community will obey him." Joshua is the one who was chosen to guide the people. We had looked at last week, on last Saturday, Joshua leading the army as Moses held up his arms. Moses was the leader on the hill. Joshua was a leader in the battlefield. And Joshua is this type, this typology, this prototype of who the people of Israel are looking for in Christ. He was a leader. They were looking for a shepherd. And the thing about a shepherd, as you see in the passage, is that sheep know